Picture this. One clueless girl, one innocent exam paper, and boom. Reality goes haywire. I'm talking about answers so off the wall that the universe itself throws up its hands and says, sure, why not? Pals become prime ministers and mom's love lives get a cosmic makeover. So grab your popcorn and get ready to witness the chaos unfold, because when this stupid girl picks up her pen, there's no telling what's gonna happen next. Movie begins in Ichikawa High School, where brains are as rare as a sunny day in Antarctica. So, there's this gal named Miyamoto Asuka, and let's just say her academic prowess makes a goldfish look like Einstein. She gets her latest test back with a big fat 0, and her knight in shining armor, Yoshida, tries to spin it like it's a jackpot. 0 is your lucky number, Asuka, he declares, earning a one-way ticket to I-Rollsville from their teacher, who's probably contemplating early retirement. But wait, there's more. Another test rolls around, this time about history. Asuka's sweating bullets because remembering what she had for breakfast is a challenge, let alone naming monuments. So, what does she do? She whips out her magic marker and scribbles down Gachiemo, like it's the secret password to Narnia. And wouldn't you know it, a flash of light outside the window and boom, instant jungle. As if randomly spawning foliage isn't enough to spice up their lives, Asuka and Yoshida stumble upon a mysterious path on their way to school. They're like, was this here yesterday? And decide to take a stroll down Curiosity Lane. Lo and behold, they find a shrine with a name that's more tongue-twisty than a Twizzler factory. Asuka tosses in a coin and wishes for a perfect score on her next test, because why aim for mediocrity when you can shoot for the stars, right? Back at school, reality slaps Asuka harder than a wet sock to the face as she discovers she's still about as sharp as a butter knife, scoring a whopping 5 out of 100. Take that, wish-granting shrine. But our girl doesn't let a little thing like epic failure dampen her spirits. No sir, she soldiers on to yet another quiz, this time about world politics. Asuka's brain goes on vacation, so she does the next logical thing and writes Yoshida's name on the paper before taking a power nap. Hey, at least she's consistent. After school, Asuka and Yoshida waltz into her house only to be greeted by the sweet melody of her parents' marital discord. Dad's getting the boot from his job, and mom's got a side hustle with a younger man. Ah, family life. Isn't it just peachy? But wait, there's more drama than a soap opera rerun. Turns out Asuka has a twin brother named Keisuke, who used to be the king of academics until he crashed and burned on the high school entrance exam. Now he's a hermit, locked away in his room, glued to his computer screen like it's his lifeline. And so, dear viewers, we bid adieu to our plucky heroine as she sulks in the shadow of her brother's former glory. Ah, the plot thickens in this wild roller coaster ride of a story. So Yoshida, being the stand-up guy he is, decides to cheer up his downtrodden damsel by hitting the supermarket for some munchies. Meanwhile, in a plot twist worthy of a B-movie, their teacher is grading papers when suddenly, the shrine starts glowing like it's auditioning for a part in a sci-fi flick. And wouldn't you know it, the teacher's glasses light up too. Must be some kind of cosmic eyewear synchronicity. Fast forward to Asuka giving Yoshida a ring, wondering what's taking him so darn long. But surprise, surprise, Yoshida's suddenly too busy to hang out. What gives? Oh, just the small detail that he's been catapulted into the limelight as the brand spanking new Prime Minister of Japan. Talk about your unexpected career changes. Cue the viral videos and the social media frenzy because Yoshida's new gig is hotter than a habanero in the Sahara. Cut to the next day, and Asuka's still trying to wrap her head around the fact that her grocery shopping boyfriend is now running the country. Oh, and did I mention that presidents from all over the globe are mysteriously vanishing? Because, you know, why not add a dash of international intrigue to the mix? But wait, there's more absurdity to unpack. Asuka gets her graded test back, and lo and behold, she's aced it without even breaking a sweat. How, you ask? Well, turns out her random scribblings magically transformed Yoshida into the PM, and caused world leaders to vanish into thin air. Who knew a couple of answers, or lack thereof, could wield such power? So, what's a girl to do when she accidentally reshapes global politics with her test paper? Google, of course. Armed with the almighty search engine, Asuka rights her wrongs and saves the day, sending Yoshida packing from his newfound political throne and bringing those missing presidents back from the abyss. Crisis averted, folks. But the drama's far from over, my friends. It's test time again, and Asuka's feeling pretty chill because, hey, what harm can a wrong answer do in a math test, right? Spoiler alert, plenty. Especially when your every whim seems to reshape reality itself. After school, Yoshida and Asuka have a heart-to-heart about his sudden job loss. But things take a turn for the surreal when Asuka spills the beans about her supernatural test-taking abilities. Naturally, Yoshida's skeptical, so he demands proof. Cue the tower in town doing the hokey-pokey, all thanks to Asuka's math mishap. Off they dash to the teacher's lair, fix the error, and voila, crisis averted, yet again. As they traipse back home, our dynamic duo discovers that the shrine, like a ninja in the night, has vanished without a trace. With no name to go by, they're left scratching their heads, pondering the cosmic consequences of a poorly answered test question. And so, dear viewers, our tale continues, with Asuka realizing that the only way to keep the world from going bonkers is to hit the books and start studying like her life, and the fate of nations, depends on it. Because, well, it kind of does. So, our girl Asuka, determined to conquer the academic world, settles in for a night of hardcore study. But let's face it, the call of the pillow is just too darn strong, and she's out like a light faster than you can say pop quiz. Fast forward to Asuka and Yoshida, lurking outside the teacher's lair like a pair of spies waiting for classified intel. Lo and behold, Asuka gets the golden ticket, full marks. But oh, she's sweating buckets at the thought of accidentally becoming the queen of the universe or something. Back at home, Daddy Dearest is doing the victory dance because apparently, Asuka's offhand comment about tap water being the next big thing in energy sparked a buying frenzy for water purifiers. Talk about making it rain, or in this case, flow. But hold on to your hats, folks, cause trouble's brewing faster than a pot of instant ramen. Riots are breaking out worldwide over water scarcity, and Asuka's like, oopsie daisy, my bad. Quick as a flash, she corrects her answer sheet and saves the day. Crisis averted. Then, like a lightning bolt of genius, Asuka gets an idea. Why not use her cosmic test-taking powers to fix her parents' marital woes? She scribbles down her mom's boyfriend's name as the next space traveler, and poof, he's off to the stars, leaving mom all alone and ready to patch things up with dad. Smooth move, Asuka. But wait, there's more drama than a daytime soap opera. Asuka decides it's time to play matchmaker for her twin bro Keisuke. She pens down that he'll emerge from his cave and spread sunshine and rainbows every morning. Only problem? Dad crashes the party, dragging Keisuke out and sparking a family feud to rival the Hatfields and McCoys. Asuka finally realizes that playing puppet master with the universe is a bit like juggling dynamite. It's fun until someone gets blown up. So, she rolls up her sleeves and decides to actually talk to Keisuke, even if it means shouting through a closed door like a loon. Surprise, surprise, turns out Keisuke's got brains to spare and starts doling out study tips like they're candy on Halloween. With his silent guidance, Asuka transforms into a study machine, leaving no math problem unturned. Miraculously, Dad's suddenly a salesman extraordinaire, and Mom's kicked her texting addiction to the curb. Asuka's on cloud 9, acing tests left and right, but when she tries to share the good news with Keisuke, he's still holed up tighter than a clam at high tide. As the morning sun peeks through the curtains, Asuka and her folks are chowing down like it's the Last Supper. Surprise, surprise, Keisuke waltzes in like he owns the joint, apologizing for his extended vacation in his room and pledging to be a model citizen from now on. Talk about a family reunion straight out of a cheesy sitcom. Fast forward to the daily grind of school life, and Asuka and Yoshida stumble upon a blast from the past, her first test paper, torn to shreds like it's been through a shredder party. But hold on to your hats, folks, because when Asuka pieces it back together like a puzzle master, it magically transforms into a gateway to the wish-granting shrine. Looks like her random scribble about Gachiemo wasn't so innocent after all. Off to the shrine they trot, begging for a cosmic do-over like it's Black Friday and they're returning a faulty toaster. But alas, no dice. Turns out reversing world-altering wishes isn't as easy as returning a sweater that's 2 sizes too small. Back at school, it's test time again. This time, about geography and population. Suddenly, it hits Asuka like a ton of textbooks. The shrine only granted her wish because she tossed in a coin. To undo the mess, she'll have to snatch that sucker back faster than you can say world domination. With the speed of a cheetah on caffeine, Asuka finishes the test and dashes to retrieve the coin, only to find it locked up tighter than Fort Knox. Cue the classic scene of her poking at the chest with a stick, like she's trying to fish out a particularly stubborn piece of gum from under a desk. Meanwhile, over in Keisuke's corner, the family's having a heart-to-heart about his future, finally burying the hatchet and embracing their newfound harmony like a group hug at a hippie commune. Back at school, Asuka's teacher is grading papers like a seasoned pro, and surprise, she nails it with a perfect score. But just as she accidentally drops the coin back into the chest, it decides to throw a rave, bathing her in a blinding light. And then, poof, like a magic trick gone horribly wrong, everyone in the city, the country, and heck, even the whole dang world disappears faster than a magician's assistant in a box. In the final twist of fate, we learn that Asuka missed the last question on the test, the one about the world population. And wouldn't you know it, leaving it blank somehow manages to wipe out humanity faster than you can say pop quiz. While the Avengers were busy fighting purple aliens, the real threat turned out to be an Asian teenager armed with a Scantron sheet.